Barry Pye sets his own schedule. Every morning he works out, maintains his strength. It's part of his routine.
Yeah.
But it's his routine by choice. He fought for options.
It's my recreational program. Keeps me thinking, sorting out problems, release some stress.
Back in 1982, when his accident happened, Pye says quadriplegia meant living in a care facility and rarely leaving it. But that wasn't going to be how he was going to live.
It wasn't an option. There was no way that I was going to be in the condition that I was and go to an institution. So I guess the drive in me and the option of getting involved with an independent living movement at the time was right up my alley. And the other one, the fluid pill.
Did you milk them?
Pye and 4 or 5 others set out to change things. They knew they'd need support workers, help taking medications, getting ready in the mornings, cooking, cleaning. So if they wanted to live on their own, they were going to have to figure out how to finance around-the-clock care.
So I get a load of darts put on, I guess, probably. Yeah.
Help is necessary, expensive, and complicated. To simplify things, they joined together, decided to share homemaking and care attendance.
You coming?
If the group pooled their funded hours, added them together, they could afford 24/7 staff. They just needed to live under one roof to make it happen. The group lobbied government and hit roadblocks with contractors, but eventually, almost 10 years after Pye's accident, the Rotary Manor was built in partnership with the St. John's Northwest Rotary, Newfoundland and Labrador Housing, and the Single Parents Association. Now 5 of the 24 units inside the main building are dedicated to the shared care system.
I didn't live very far from here, and I was watching this place being built, and I didn't even know what it was. And I saw this ad in the paper one day for a worker, and when I called, it was here. And I've been here ever since. But it was a good thing to do. And if people would, be more like Barry, there'd be a lot more on being done and on the go.
And it wasn't just me involved in pushing for the independent living. It was a group of people that started the setup as far as the concept of it all. Now, I'll show you where that vacant apartment is at here now.
The other go-getters who pushed for accessible independent apartments almost 30 years ago have since passed away. Now it's all up to Pye.
So this is the apartment we need to fill within the next month to bring us back up to our quota of 5 individuals who will use the shared care system.
The tenant who moves in will need to share the workers with the others. That's how the cooperative support system works. It's a balance.
Everyone can't have every want taken care of at the flick of the fingers and that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of cooperation that needs to go on.
Did you want that one, or do you have another one there that you have?
I might only need a couple hours in the morning to do my routine. If I didn't have the shared care system, then the attendant would be in my apartment for the 3 or 4 hours, and I would have to find something for them to do. But once the work is done with me, then they move on to the next person in the building in their own apartment and do their care and move on to someone else. Some people don't have grip in their hands and that, so there's a lot of different assistive devices. But this has been working for me since 1982, so I think I'll stick with it now. I got some apple for a piper.
Workers don't wait next to people in their apartments. They have their own space to stay in until called on.
Hey, Piper, what you doing? Come on. Hey, little birdie.
That means Pye and the others get alone time. It's up to them to make their own life. The system only covers their care.
The independence is a big part of it. I can portray my independence more if there's not an attendant around. If someone comes to visit me, I have more privacy, right? So I only need that person when I actually need them. Okay, go to sleep. I got work to do. Get that payroll done, I guess.
It's a lot of work, but there's no money in it. Pye volunteers, manages, everything. If not, he could end up in an institution. He says running the system can be trying sometimes, filling vacancies, dealing with government, and especially finding new workers.
If you don't have a worker, well, in case of fire or whatever, you can't get out of the building, you can't get out of bed. So the stress of not having a worker for 24 hours a day, having access to someone, is stressful. Take the elevator to the next floor up. It's a big responsibility, but it keeps me going. As far as it gives me a purpose to face my day. Not that I really need a purpose, but I guess everyone has a purpose.
He knows the other people in the building rely on him to make sure there's staff on site around the clock. His independence, and theirs, depends on it. So Barry Pye is going to keep moving forward. He's already traveled a long road, and along the way, he's learned a few things. Lessons for everyone, really, about how to navigate through this life.
Don't give up, no matter what you're facing. Deep down inside, in everyone, there's a instinct to want to persevere over any kind of hardship. So, not give up, press forward. Yeah, there's going to be bad days, but there still can be good days and great days ahead.
For CBC News, I'm Katie Breen.